Alright, here's Meg here. I just got done with the front sprocket swap, and we're going to take the bike out for a test ride. So I'm just going to take it around the we'll take it around on the streets. You know, we'll do some street, and then we'll hop on the freeway. We'll test the acceleration, you know, that kind of stuff. It seems like it's running okay right now. It's like pretty much we dropped 3 teeth in the back, man. I haven't read this in a week. They seem a little peppier. I did leave the side cover. Off of the. Let's just ride it around the neighborhood. First gear. Let's shift up. I'll drive it like a regular motorcycle. It seems like the clutch is working okay. Okay, yeah. So what I did is I held the clutch in and I revved the motor, and it free revved. There you go. Seems okay. Well, let's do a downshift, double clutch. There you go. Seems okay. So far, it seems to be working okay. This is, by the way, this is my little test course around my neighborhood when I used to live around here. Alright, I'm going to give it the beans. We'll see the acceleration here. Woo! Yeah, let's get a little bit more pull now in first gear. So let's see, let's do 25. Okay, at 25, I didn't do this before, unfortunately. At 25, we're doing about 3,500 RPM. Yeah, just about 3,500 RPM. So we'll just kind of play around with the gear ratios a little bit. It seems like the bike is fine. It looks like it's safe to ride. I don't notice any weird noises or anything. There's a lot of, so yeah, the important thing is, like, hey, if you're ever going to go out riding, after you do some kind of maintenance, you've got to do a test ride, you know, to make sure something doesn't happen to your bike. Because most of the time when something does happen to your bike, it's because after you did some kind of maintenance, something, you know, you probably didn't put something back right, or, you know, some part isn't right, maybe that sprocket isn't good. It seems okay. There's a Tesla pulling out of a driveway right there. It seems like I got a little bit more regen. Kind of hard to tell. Woo! Yeah! That's what I'm talking about. Alright, we're in the green zone. I'm gonna let off, let the regen kick in. About 3 kilowatts of regen there. It's pretty good. Honestly, I don't really notice much of a difference. I don't really notice much of a difference. But yeah, it seems okay. Seems like the bike's okay. Let me go get off of it right now, and we'll check. It seems to be shifting fine. So what I'm looking for is I'm looking for to make sure it's shifting fine, and that this clutch doesn't just suddenly just crap out on me. It seemed to be working fine. It was disengaging the clutch fine when I was pulling the lever. It was just free revving. I want to make sure I shift a lot, because the shifter is part of the kickstand assembly. So you want to make sure that's operating right. You want to make sure the kickstand is right. Okay. I'm wondering how much weight this kickstand can handle, because it's an interesting construction. I'm not gonna lie, dude. Basically, the load bearing bolts are there's that one underneath the motor, and then these two on these bracket right here. That's it. That's the only thing that's holding the foot peg and the kickstand in. I feel that's not very strong, man. I think everything is aluminum too. It seems like it was aluminum. They put a lot of Loctite over everything too. So yeah. Oh. Hey, little doggy. Okay, so we're gonna go out for another little ride, and So I'm gonna go on a longer ride now, just to test it out. We're gonna go faster now. Oh yeah, we'll check the chain tension. Yeah, let me go ride down the block. We'll go park real quick, and then we'll check the chain tension out. It does seem there's a little more regen now. Maybe that's what people said. Like, yeah, if you lower the gear ratio, if you shorten the gear ratio, then it should be thing, you know. So I don't want to get my glove all dirty, but this is where you're supposed to check. That looks good. Yeah, that's good. Like I mentioned in the previous video, I was getting tension anywhere from 15 millimeters to 17 millimeters, which is the limit. I feel that's the sweet spot where you want it, so we're gonna go with that. And I did. It was a good thing I checked the wheel alignment, because when I checked the wheel alignment, it was off. I think it was actually tighter on the right side than it was on the left side. So I was like, ooh, okay, that's not good. So when I got it from the dealer, it was probably like that. I don't know how they aligned it or anything. I used the tick marks to align it, so yeah. I feel like I need to adjust this windscreen. Last week when I was drag racing, the windscreen popped up, but I almost did drop the bike off. I did almost drop the bike when I was taking it off the trailer. Oh, what a lovely time it is to ride right now, man. It's summer. It was a warm day, about like 80, 85 degrees. And yeah, it was hot in the daytime, but now it's like, it should be a sweet time to go riding right now. All right, here we go. This is a pretty fast street right here. I want to use the clutch as much as possible. All right, regen seems good. I'm just cruising in second at 40 miles an hour at 4,500 RPM. But the important thing is the freeway. Alright, so I'm going to let off here. We'll let it regen to a stop. Okay, I'm going to downshift to first. Seems fine. Good amount of regen all the way down to about 2,000 RPM-ish. And then it's kind of like non-existent. So yeah, the higher the RPMs are, the more regen you're going to get when you're riding the Empulse. So you want to get the max regen, keep it in the red or the green. Preferably the green, I guess. Yeah, so, man, why am I fogging? Yeah, I'm fogging like big time. It's kind of weird. I'm gonna crack the shield open. Alright, so everything looks good. So now we're gonna do a freeway test. I'm gonna go to the next exit, and then I'm just gonna turn around. So we're gonna try to hit, maybe we should go do 2 exits. Yeah, let's do 2 exits, and then so we can get some speed. So yeah. All right, here goes. Full twist. All right, that was 2 gear changes right there. We're doing 55 in 3rd gear. That is significantly, that's a bit lower than it was before from what I remember. Oh, let's go the other direction. We'll get off in Milkias. Yeah, that seems like it's significantly more revs than before, which is good. Like I said, I wanted to be able to use 5th and 6th gear more often, you know? Come on, Tesla, let's go! Come on! We're electric cars. We're electric vehicles. Oh, there we go. Going on it. Oh, you take off, man. Alright, we're doing 5th gear. 5th gear, 70 miles an hour. 5th gear at 70 miles an hour. That's not bad. That seems like a good little cruising speed. We could probably do it in 4th gear. Yeah, 4th gear seems okay. 4th gear at 70 miles an hour. Before it was, I remember 3rd gear. Let's go to 3rd gear. Okay, 3rd gear. 3rd gear, we can't use 3rd gear for 70 miles an hour. Our max 3rd gear, while it's still in the green zone, is about 67, 68. So we can no longer cruise. Yeah, so we can cruise in 4th gear. I got it in 4th gear now. miles an hour, which is actually only 65 because the speedometer is 5 miles an hour faster on this. So let's go to 75. Alright, so 75 miles an hour. We are doing about 6,000 RPM. Okay, so let's go for an 80. Alright, 80 is just about where the green meets the red. Shift up to 5th. 80, it cruises at 80 pretty nicely in 5th. We're going about 12 kilowatts. Okay, let's back down to 75. 70, 75 is like our cruising speed. We're drawing about 11 kilowatts at 75. Not bad. Let's go to 4th gear. Okay, we're going to exit here. Yeah, so not bad. It definitely revs a lot more. We're going to have to use 5th gear on the freeway now. Once again, we're not going to use the 6th gear. Okay, let off, 3rd gear, 2nd gear, regen. Oh boy. 1st gear. Yeah, don't do that on the internal combustion engine. You don't want to shift into 1st. One thing I won't like is we're going to have to shift more when we're in the canyons. I got so used to just doing 1st gear, 2nd gear, 1st gear, 2nd gear. We might have to actually steer through. Okay, so we're going to just go around the loopy thing here. Taking a horrible line here. Watch out for traffic. Oh, okay. Ran it a little wide there. Okay, 3rd gear. 4th gear. Yeah, so now we can cruise all the time in 4th gear. It seems okay. At 75. So 4th gear. But we can also do 5th gear too. Yeah, we can do 5th gear. So 5th gear cruising at 75, but I would like to keep it in like at 70. And at 70, it's just below 5,000, by about 4,800 RPM. So I'm just kind of going over to street riding, you know, how it feels like riding on the street. It feels fine. It definitely revs a lot more. I have to change my shift points and everything, and what gear I'm cruising in. But it seems okay. Okay. Let's see if we can cruise in. We'll just cruise in 4. Yeah, 4th gear seems like a good gear to cruise on the freeway. And we're pulling about like 10, 12 kilowatts. Go to 5th gear. Yeah, so 4th and 5th on the freeway seems okay. Before it was 3rd and 4th gear is what I used on the freeway. Seems okay. And 6th gear we don't even touch it. I can put it in 6th right now. It seems like the shifting is fine. I have no problem with the shifting. It seems like the slave cylinder is operating okay. 6th gear at 60 miles an hour is less than 4,000. We're pulling 6K only though. I'm like just have to baby the throttle. Okay. 5th gear, 4th gear. Man, it shifts so fast. Woo! Downshift, regen. Cool. So what I'm noticing is like I'm having to like give it a little throttle, so because the regen is a lot stronger now. So now we're back on the street, going about 45. We're gonna keep it in 2nd gear. Usually on the street, I always keep it on 1st gear, and it seems okay. It's revving a little high. Yeah, like at 45, we're already almost at the red line limit. Yeah, you know, honestly, I kind of don't like the steering as much anymore. So now, the 1st gear is pretty much just a launching gear. The bike seems less versatile at this speed. Well, boy, is it regen hard though. Woo! Alright, well, just cruising, well, actually cruising, you know, on residential streets at about 25, 30 miles an hour doesn't seem so bad. It's more in the green zone now. We're only pulling like about 1K in first gear here. 1K, 2K, depending if there's a slope or not. It definitely has more regen. I like that. I'm a big fan of regen, so. Would I want to tighten the gear ratio more? Maybe. Maybe. I was thinking of going 2 up in the back from 38 to 40. Alright, so there we go. Successful test. It seems like it's safe to ride. Let me shift it into neutral. Seems okay. Put in first gear. It drags a little bit. Yeah, it drags a little bit when I pulled the clutch in. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Maybe we do need to bleed the clutch, but well, if anything, it's keeping it from disengaging. It's not going to burn your clutch out or anything. I hope. So, I think it's okay. Ooh, man! This has got a lot of pull now on first. Yoo-hoo-hoo! Man, yeah, it just takes off in first now, man. Oh, we were down to 87 already. Jesus, how far did we ride? Must have done only like 5-10 miles. That's about right. I was riding it pretty hard though. But yeah, let's go do some pulls. So this is first gear. Okay, I'm gonna just whack it all the way. Woo! Man, that's the first gear pull up to 5,000 RPM. Alright, let's put it in second. Let's pull it. Let's take off in second gear. Okay, that's second gear from a stop. Well, not bad. Still got a little bit of punch. It's definitely still not as good as it was in first. Takeoff. And let's do from a roll. We'll do third gear. Full throttle. Yeah, it does take a while to get up there. So riding around the neighborhood is actually a lot better with the lower gearing. I like that. It keeps your revs higher and that, you know. So let's do 25. We'll see how many kilowatts it pulls. I wish we'd done a before and after video on the same stretch of street to see like the load, you know. So we're just pulling like half a kilowatt, just cruising at 25 right now. Let's go 30. Okay, cruising at 30, 1.5 kilowatts. So wow, it jumped a whole kilowatt. Just going 5 miles an hour more. Let's do second gear. Okay, we'll do 25. We're at cruising at 25. Now we're at 1 kilowatt almost. Wow, 1 kilowatt. Okay, let's go to 30. And now we're cruising at about the same, 1.5. That's kind of weird. It's a little more in second gear at a lower speed, but at the higher speed it's the same. That leads me to believe the first and second gear are really close to each other. But it runs better in first gear. For just cruising around the city streets and stuff, first gear seems okay. But when we get to like that 40-45 miles per hour, when we gotta get into second. So one of the drawbacks of having the shorter gearing or dropping a tooth in the front is you got to shift more. So second gear, probably want to keep it in second gear at 40 and above, you know. And then first gear is up to about 40, and then on the freeway it's Was it 3 and 4? No, it was 4 and 5. Okay, so that's what we found out. For street riding, first gear is good up to about 0 miles per hour to like 40 miles an hour, and it cruises. It actually, I like it better for cruising on the street, like at 20, 30 miles an hour. It seems better, you know. Before I used to keep it in first all the way up to 40. I don't know. Did we do 40 in first? I don't remember. I think we did. We did 40 in first, and we were like pretty much at the red line, you know, where the red line starts, which I don't like. I'd rather just keep it in the green. Second gear is good from 30 to about 50, I guess, and then on the freeway. On the freeway, it's good from like third gear is good from like 55 to about 70, but 70 we're like maxed out already, and then we can do fifth gear now, so we can use the fifth gear more. Now if we went down, if we went up 2 teeth in the back, it would be even shorter, and maybe we can actually use that sixth gear. I'm debating whether I want to do that, but you know what? We'll ride it around like this first, and I'm pretty happy with it actually. It definitely changes the way you ride the bike. You're gonna have to you're gonna have to shift more, and two, when you're when you gotta know what gear you're gonna be in different gears when you're cruising around the street. Now on a racetrack or on twisties, we don't know. I haven't really experimented with that. The clutch seems okay. Is this all the way out already? Oh no, I think you can go one more. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, but I use the clutch. It seems okay. I'll go check and see if that thing is weeping any more brake fluid. I hope I didn't fuck that slave cylinder up. It seems okay. It was shifting fine. I had no problems. I did notice it's dragging a bit. It's dragging a bit when I pull the clutch in. So I moved the clutch lever all the way out, and I pull the clutch in. Yeah, see, it's slipping, but it's not okay, there you go. Now it's moving. So I can feel it. It's moving just a little bit. It's slipping. It's not fully disengaged yet. So I don't know. Maybe I want to adjust a little nut here on the master cylinder, but I don't want to burn the clutch out. If it shifts fine, I'm not gonna mess with it. It seems okay. I really only use the clutch on this to downshift. A lot of people, they just shift without the clutch and it's fine. And that's what I've noticed. It shifts very good without the clutch. As long as you let off on the gas a little bit, you just let off on the gas a little bit to unload the transmission, and you should shift up, and it does it like pretty good. But downshifting, you need to use the clutch because it'll jerk the bike and it's gonna suck. You could not downshift, but I don't think that's good for the gearbox. You're just suddenly changing the RPM downward. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with it. That's the test ride. It changed our shift points for different speeds, definitely. Whether I want to gear it down, gear it shorter anymore, I don't know. If we geared it shorter, we might be able to actually be able to use sixth gear on the freeway. But I was hitting like 94 miles an hour in fourth gear, like 92, 94 miles an hour in fourth gear at the drag strip. So, and it was pretty much at the red line, so we might be able to get it into fifth and just get it closer to about 100 in fifth gear. And then sixth gear, I don't know, man. I don't even know what we're going to use a sixth gear for. I don't even know why they put a sixth gear on this bike. In my opinion, we really only need 4 gears on this bike. 4 gears, but now we can use 5 gears, so that's cool. All right, Hayes Meg out. Hope you've enjoyed the little test ride. I enjoyed it. I'm going to go check that slave cylinder out now. I did leave the little cover off here for now. I think I may just leave it off for now. Until I think it's squared away. But the bike runs fine. The bike seems to handle fine. It shifts fine, and then the characteristics of
the lower gearing. It boy, does it pull really good in first gear now, man. Can't wait to take it to the drag strip now. We won't take it tomorrow. It seems like it's good to go. We're gonna go tomorrow. All right, here's we go.